This week, Doc shares a unique collection of tools with us.
TTC puts the gigantic 15 amp hour DeWalt battery on the smallest DeWalt tools it can find, and James proves he's living in the year 3000 with EgoTech that could literally change the industry forever.
This is your Power Tool Week in Review.
This episode is brought to you by Skill, the tools to do the job, the technology to do it better, and Spider, pro-powered tools.
Welcome back, Power Tool fans. I'm Rob.
And I'm Sarah. We have several great new videos for you to enjoy, starting off over at Mancaver Tools, where Dave found himself in a pickle. You see, Dave uses large tree stumps for his typical tool testing, but he's run out of testing space. So he picked up a new DeWalt chainsaw to cut some more cookies. Now, DeWalt has a 60-volt max 16-inch chainsaw already, and an 18-inch and 20-inch 60-volt on the way. But Dave didn't need all of that power, so he went for portability with this little fella. That's the DeWalt 20-volt max XR 12-inch compact chainsaw. While this thing is small, the bar is still twice the size of the Milwaukee hatchet, making it better suited for cutting up these larger logs. And after a day of hacking up stumps, what did Dave think?
It actually is a fantastic tool.
So if you're in need of a smaller but capable chainsaw for the DeWalt platform, the 12-inch will likely fit the bill. You can watch the full review over at Mancaver Tools.
Speaking of DeWalt, there's a new battery in their lineup, and it just landed in stores. How do we know? Because you could feel it in the Earth's crust. That's the DeWalt 15 amp hour flex volt battery, the DCB615. Now the 4.5 pound lunchbox obviously has the largest capacity ever on a DeWalt, but does the extra juice effect performance? Well, fortunately for us, Torque Test and Channel, the torque testing trio from the Torque Test channel, are on the case. After loading it onto their test bench by crane, they proceeded to try the monster out on a series of DeWalt impact wrenches, including the comically small DCF 921, and even took it for a spin on the Mac High Torque impact wrench as well. They set out to see if the biggest battery means the biggest gains. Now, I'm not going to spoil the results for you. For those, head over to the Torque Test channel, where they test torque on Tuesdays. Maybe. I don't know.
Our next stop comes courtesy of our production crew, the YouTube members program here at Belts and Boxes, who help us curate our show each week. These hands belong to Doc of the channel Last Best Tool. Doc likes to focus on high quality hand tools, and this week he shared a list of his top 10 favorite Snap-on tools. What caught our attention was his pitch for this list.
They really perform, and I'm thrilled, and they are on my list of things that if I lost them or they broke and I couldn't get them replaced, I would go buy exactly the same tool again.
I really like that premise. How many tools do you own that if you lost it, you'd immediately go out and replace it with the exact same tool? In Doc's case, that includes a few Snap-on pry bars, a pick, pliers, hammer, and more. For his complete list, visit Last Best Tool. And if you have a tool of your own that's just as important to you, tell me about it in the comments below.
This year, here at Belts and Boxes, we started watching the Hayes Machinery channel from the UK, where they seem to enjoy OPE more than anyone else we know. And because they're in a totally different market, we often get to see things that we can't get, or even tools that may be in our future. In a video from a few weeks ago, James showed us a new piece of tech from Ego that could be a huge deal for the OPE industry. That is a 200cc equivalent Ego modular motor, and they're selling it to other OPE manufacturers who are using it just like they would a Honda or Briggs & Stratton engine. That is to say, they're putting it on their own lawn equipment and instantly making it electric. Holy crap! Did you hear what I just said? With California banning small gas engines, all those OPE manufacturers are going to need to look for an alternative, and Ego just freaking stepped up. And yeah, all I can really think about is tricking Ego into sending us one of those so we can finally build an Ego-powered go-kart. This really is significant industry news. Thank you, James. Then last week, Hayes shared another video. This time they got their hands-on experience at a demo day with AS Motor, Elliott, and Copel. And AS Motor brought several new tools powered by the Ego motor. As if that wasn't already exciting enough, they also showed off a bunch of robot mowers that look just as ready to take on the apocalypse as they do your backyard. Now, because these are UK market tools, including the Ego motor, we don't have much access to information on them. But if you'd like to know more, I'm sure James can help you out over at Hayes Machinery.
With the holidays in full swing, it's time for all of your favorite tool channels to start publishing gift guides for the tool lover in your house.
And that should be everyone in your family if you're doing it right. Right, Kaylee?
Yup.
Well, Tim Johnson over at Shop Tool Reviews has you covered with a wide selection of power tool toys, ranging from an $8 bottle of Formula 88 to an $8,500 Fireball tool cast iron table, and a bunch more affordable options in between. And he didn't skimp on the options, with over 30 different gift ideas, making this a very useful 30-minute video. A perfect place to start your holiday shopping.
Now, if the person on your gift list is a woodworker, 731 Woodworks has it covered with their 5 woodworking gift ideas that woodworkers will love. That's a bold claim.
But does the list check out?
Oh, it checks out with items like bar clamps from Bessie, feather boards, there's 1, 2, 3 blocks, combination squares, and a few other staples of every great woodworking shop. You really can't go wrong with any of the choices.
Our next list isn't a gift guide, but it could be if you're buying for a Makita fan. The Disembodied Limbs over at Tools and Stuff shared his top 5 Makita tools of 2021, and if anyone would know which Makita tools are the best of 2021, it would be those hands. His list includes a new XGT 40-volt miter saw and that tiny XGT circ saw he can't stop talking about. For the rest of it, you should check out the video for yourself. He also shared another video about the most exciting new tools coming from Makita in 2022, which we'll point to as well, mostly because there's a photo of Rob in it.
That's not the only reason, but I mean, it was a good video.
Right.
And our very last stop is over at Pro Tool Reviews, where Kenny shares his own list of the best power tool Christmas gifts from a wide range of brands, including Hart, Rigid, DeWalt, Flex, Makita, Greenworks.
What is that?
What?
That. It looks like Clint dressed up as an elf. He keeps moving in every scene.
Huh. I hadn't noticed.
Ah!
Oh, holy crap!
What does it want? Where did he go?
I don't know. And I'm not waiting around to find out. I want to thank Skill and Spider for sponsoring this episode. Guys, we couldn't do it without you.
If you enjoyed our show, we'd appreciate a thumbs up, and if you loved it, we hope you are considering subscribing.
If you can, do something kind for somebody else this weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Dad, there's an elf in the living room.